Mm. I really like the almond butter. Hi everyone, welcome back to Time for Keto. My name is Paulette. Today I'm going to show you the easiest 3-ingredient almond butter cup. And each almond butter cup has only 96 calories and 1 gram of net carbs. Previously, I did show you a peanut butter cup, and that was 2 ingredients. I will link that in the description below. It was a hit, people love it. So I'm going to vary it with almond butter because I know there are some people out there that are not that keen on peanut butter. And it's so easy to use different nut butters for this particular dessert. This is a no guilt recipe. So why don't we get started on it? Let me show you these 3 simple ingredients. The first ingredient that we have is the no sugar 70% dark chocolate. And what I have here is 180 grams or 1 cup. We also have no sugar almond butter. And this is also 180 grams, which is equivalent to 3/4 of a cup. We also have some powdered sugar sweetener, and that is 40 grams or a half a cup. What we need to do first is microwave this chocolate in 30-second increments until it melts. And I will show you what I do after I melt the chocolate. I have an easier technique to fill the mini muffin cups with the chocolate. So let's get started with microwaving this chocolate, getting it melted, and then we'll get on to the next step. Just wanted to show you, this is after 90 seconds of melting the chocolate. The tip I wanted to show you with regards to this chocolate and getting this into the little mini muffin baking cups is I find it really difficult just using a spoon and putting it into the cups. So what I do now is I use one of these containers that you can buy from anywhere. They're just little baker's containers that you can put sauces and so on in it. Very simple. I like using this because it's just so much easier pouring the chocolate into those little mini muffin cups. So let's just transfer this chocolate into the container, and then we can start with the next step. There you have it. It's nice and full, and we're just going to put the lid on. And this is ready for our little mini muffin cups. Now that we have the chocolate ready, the next step is really simple. Here we have our runny, it's quite runny, almond butter and our powdered sugar sweetener. I'm basically just going to add that to the almond butter, and I'm going to stir that through until it's fully combined. Simple as that. There you go. And this is really easy to put in your little mini muffin cups because it's firm, yet it's still pliable. If you feel that there isn't enough oils in your almond butter, go ahead and microwave it, or maybe just add a bit of coconut oil in there just to soften it up so it's easier to mix the sugar sweetener in with the almond butter. But this is ready to go. So now the next step is getting yourself these little mini muffin tin and the liners. And this is the size that we use. So it's sort of like a peanut butter cup size, but an almond butter cup. And there's 12 here. I don't have another one, but I have extra ones here that I will do after. But I just wanted to show you what I use and how simple this process is when it comes to lining these cups with the chocolate and adding the almond butter. We grab our chocolate and we start lining. Now just keep in mind that you're going to line the muffin cup with the chocolate, and then you're going to put the almond butter on top, and then you're going to put chocolate on top of that. So you need to keep enough for 20 pieces. So I'm just going to use my eyes and do my best here. And if there's any extra, I'll just top up. But I'm basically just going to add chocolate to the bottom of the muffin cup. And then I will add the almond butter. The next step is to start adding your almond butter. And just have to be mindful of portions. So this needs to make 20 almond cups. So I'm hopefully getting this right. It's so hard sometimes, I can never work it out. Look how easy it is to just get this into the cups. Here you have it. That is perfect, perfect amount. And that's the other ones that I did as well. And that should be fine. That's perfect. Now it's time to complete this recipe by adding the chocolate on top. Be sure you try and coat it as well as possible. You might want to grab a spoon and just smooth out the chocolate. Well, there you have it. I was able to line all of the almond butter cups with the chocolate and add it on top, and they look great. Look at that. Nice and full. I did change the plate. This is easier. Now you can see that it's well formed, my little cups. But these now are ready for the next step. You can't tell me this recipe wasn't easy. So all we need to do now is just put these in the fridge for around an hour, let them chill, and they're ready to eat. When you want to store these little almond cups, put them in an airtight container and leave them in the fridge. They'll last 2-3 weeks. I think they won't be there in 2 or 3 weeks because they'll be eaten. But that's all you need to do. So let's get these in the fridge, and then I will bring you back for the taste test. It's been a couple of hours, so now it's time to get those almond cups out of the fridge and do our taste test. There you go. Nice and firm and set. And now it's time to try it. So you just grab one and I'll show you what they look like. Just gonna take it out of the wrapper. That. It's perfect. Okay, let's do it. That's really nice. Very tasty. I'm really glad that I decided to put the sugar sweetener with the almond butter because the chocolate is dark chocolate, so it doesn't have that much sweetness. So that bit of sweetness that comes from the almond butter really makes a difference. You can have it without the sugar sweetener, but I think that works perfectly. Look at that. It's really delicious. I really like the almond butter. This is such a versatile recipe, as I mentioned before. You can do any type of nut butter if you like. You can use cashew butter as well, or there's a mixed nut butter that you can use. I love peanut butter, so my go-to is always the peanut butter cup. However, this is lower in carbs compared to peanut butter, and I really enjoy this flavor as well. So I think you should give this a go. You saw how simple it was. It's no bake, and it's extremely low in carbs and low in calories as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please like and subscribe. It would mean the absolute world to me. And until next time, I will see you again soon. Bye.